Welcome into the Air Comfort Solutions kitchen for today's segment, where we're cooking with a dietitian from one of our local hospitals. Joining me today from Ascension St John is Travis Eden, a dietitian who works with the hospital's bariatric service line, among many other things. Travis, welcome in.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me.
So what do you do on a day-to-day basis, and why do you love doing it?
Yeah, so I work for the great team and a great surgeon, Dr. Kirkpatrick. I do a little bit of everything. So, you know, we get patients ready for surgery. So I do a lot of the education, the teaching, but we also see just non-surgical patients as well. We know that obesity is very complex. It's way more than just calories in, calories out, exercise more. It's very, you know, it's a lot of variables go into play in that. And, you know, God has given us a great gift in this tool. We call this surgery a tool to help people to get their lives back, to improve quality of life, and ultimately just increase longevity.
Because sometimes with bariatric surgery, we were talking the break, bariatric surgery, or if somebody is getting an organ transplant, it is necessary to lose weight before the surgery.
Yes, exactly. So we do have what we call a bridge program, and these patients are on dialysis, and for them to be able to get a kidney transplant, they have to get down to a certain BMI. So this surgery is a great tool for that, to get them down to a certain BMI, to get a kidney transplant. So they get, you know, they're improving their quality of life because they don't have to do dialysis anymore. Plus, they're feeling better. They have all that weight off. So just a great tool and just great to see.
And any helpline, or I know there's a bariatric services line. If folks basically at home want to know more, think they may qualify, how do they go about that?
Yeah, so you can just go to the Ascension St John in Tulsa website, and we do have like a bariatric website there to be able to look us up. And I believe Dr. Kirkpatrick has already a seminar or kind of a presentation that you can kind of watch about the program, and you can always get a hold of our department as well, and we'll be glad to help.
Well, we've set the stage for a wonderful looking recipe, sweet potato and veggie roll-ups. So Travis, if we want to make this at home, how do we do it? Looks like you've got a wonderful array here.
Yes, so what I love about this recipe is two things. It's very convenient and it's high quality. I think both of those principles are really important, especially in the culture that we live in today. We tend to be fast-paced. We live a lot of areas kind of pull for our attention, and that can ultimately just make it more challenging to be consistent with our behaviors. And that's the name of the game. I tell our patients all the time, how can we be consistent? Because if we can't be consistent, we're never going to see the true outcome. So with that being said, you know, what are those behaviors that we want to be consistent with, right? Well, we talk about diet, talk about exercise and activity. You know, are we getting proper sleep? And then how's our stress life? If we can stay consistent with that, that's going to give us the best opportunity to set us up for success. You know, I think in the environment that we live in an obesogenic environment, an environment that kind of promotes obesity. So whatever we can do to help stay consistent is going to give us the best opportunity. You know, a lot of times people can stay consistent maybe about 3 months, 6 months, because it is so easy to go back into that old lifestyle because of the environment that we live in. So we got to ask ourselves day in and day out, you know, how can I stay as consistent as possible? And that's what we're here to do to help. So this recipe that we're speaking to, it meets those principles. So it's convenient. We only have 7 simple ingredients. We have some sweet potato here. So we take about a cup of sweet potato.
Nice.
And we just mix that.
And what is in here already?
Yep, so about 2/3 a cup of hummus, original
hummus. Okay.
Yep. Here is about a cup and a half of baby spinach, already chopped up for you. Here is about 2 tablespoons of sunflower kernels. Here is about a 1/4 cup of red bell pepper. Here's about a quarter cup of a green onion. And then what I like to do is I like just to mix this. The recipe does call just to mix the hummus and the green onion together, but for convenience and time's sake, I like to get all the ingredients together and just mix it up. Now, if you're going for more of like a presentation, then you may want to kind of stick to the recipe closer. But for me, it's time consuming. So I like to be really efficient. And to speak to this, when you go grocery shopping, I like to get sweet potatoes. They're already pre-packaged, and you can microwave that for about 8 to 10 minutes. And while that's microwaving, you can just kind of assemble and get all the other ingredients ready. And this recipe takes about 15 to 20 minutes to prep. So very efficient.
Really nice. And Travis, I think this is something that people can duplicate easily, where if you're going to do this on a weekly basis, if you're going to do meal prep, this is something that someone could just very easily memorize.
For sure.
You don't have to look up on your phone, try to, you know, have your computer up while you're making the recipe. We've all been there. This is something that people can easily replicate.
Yes, exactly. So it's very simple, it's very convenient. And again, name of the game is being consistent. How can we stay consistent? If our diet takes a long time to prep, day in, day out, it's only going to make it more difficult to be consistent. So
this is wonderful. And tell me some of the value. First of all, it's sweet potato, and we have a little bit of time left. What do you love about the sweet potatoes, the hummus, and the spinach that's really going to help get your diet going?
Yeah, so what I love, this recipe is over forks over knives, so it is plant-based. Anytime, you know, food is way more than just calories in and calories out. Food has special properties in it, such as antioxidants, phytochemicals, good fiber, things that help to reduce inflammation, to promote internal health, and that's what we have here today.
Boy, Travis, this tastes phenomenal. Travis Eden is a dietitian at Ascension St John, helps folks with bariatric surgery, kidney transplant surgery, so much more. Travis, thank you for the work that you do.
Yes, sir.
And for sharing this great recipe with us.
Thank you so much.